Mr. President, it's been a long road to get to today. More than a year ago, groups of Republican senators and staff began meeting to lay the groundwork for extending tax relief for hardworking Americans if we were given the opportunity. Mr. President, voters gave us that opportunity. And since we took office in January, Republicans have been laser-focused on achieving the bill before us today. And now we're here, passing legislation that will permanently extend tax relief for hardworking Americans. Mr. President, that will spur economic growth and more jobs and opportunities for American workers. That will rebuild our military, secure our borders, unleash American energy, and cut waste, fraud, and abuse in federal programs. With this legislation, we're fulfilling the mandate we were entrusted with last November and setting our country and the American people up to be safer, stronger, and more prosperous. Mr. President, no bill of this size comes together without a lot of very hard work. And I want to thank the committee members and the chairman who've worked for so long on this legislation. I also want to thank the committee staff and the leadership staff and the member staff who have put an incredible number of hours in putting this bill together. None of us would be where we are without our staffs. And nowhere in this is this more true than on this bill, which would not have come together without a lot of very late nights and early mornings and long afternoons of tireless work from staffers. And I hope, Mr. President, that they take pride today in what they've helped achieve for the American people. Mr. President, I also want to thank all the individuals who keep the Senate floor running and who worked overtime this weekend during consideration of the bill. That includes the cloakroom staff, the clerks, the doorkeepers, the Capitol Police, and the pages who stayed past the end of their session to help out. I am very, very grateful to all of you. And with that, Mr. President, I hope everyone manages to get some sleep. I look forward to the House taking up and passing this historic legislation and getting it to the President's desk. Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Senate Republicans betrayed the American people and covered this chamber in shame. In one fell swoop, Republicans passed the biggest tax breaks for billionaires ever seen, paid for by ripping health care away from millions of Americans, taking food out of the mouth of hungry kids. This is not a big, beautiful bill at all. That is why I moved on the floor to strike the title. It is now called the Act, but it is really a big, ugly betrayal. Because of this bill, tens of millions will lose health insurance, millions of jobs will disappear, people will get sick and die, kids will go hungry, and the debt will explode to levels we have never seen. All so that billionaires and corporate special interests get a permanent tax break. This is not what the country needs. This is not what the American people want. And I must say this, Republicans bent and twisted and pushed the rules and the norms of the Senate to get this bill done, and they have done grave damage to this chamber when they did it. All just so they can pass tax breaks for billionaires. Today's vote will haunt our Republican colleagues for years to come as the American people see the damage that is done, as hospitals close, as people are laid off, as costs go up, as the debt increases. They will see what our colleagues have done, and they will remember it. And we Democrats will make sure they remember it. The American people will not forget the betrayal that took place today. I yield the floor. Note the absence of a quorum.